The ultimatum commander, Alina Vasquez, stood in the observation deck of the HSS Thunderstrike, watching the stars through the reinforced viewing port. The ship hummed quietly around her, its advanced systems running smoothly as they patrolled the outer edges of human space. Alina had been captain of the Thunderstrike for 4 years now, and she never tired of the view. The stars reminded her why she fought to protect humanity's place among them. The Thunderstrike was not the largest ship in the human fleet, but it was one of the most advanced. At 800 meters long, it carried the latest in human technology, including the experimental resonance drive that could manipulate quantum frequencies in ways that other species had never imagined. Alina's crew of 600 men and women were the best that humanity had to offer, each one chosen for their skill and dedication. Alina's peaceful moment was interrupted by the sound of running footsteps. Lieutenant Commander Marcus Chen, her second in command, burst through the door with an expression of urgent concern. Marcus had served with Alina for 3 years, and she had never seen him look so worried. "Captain, we have a problem," Marcus said, trying to catch his breath. "Long-range sensors are picking up something big heading our way." "Really big?" Alina immediately followed Marcus to the bridge. The Thunderstrike's command center was a marvel of human engineering, with holographic displays showing every detail of the space around them. As Alina took her position in the captain's chair, she could see her bridge crew working frantically at their stations. "Report," Alina commanded. Lieutenant Sarah Kim, the ship's sensor officer, looked up from her console with wide eyes. "Captain, we're detecting a massive fleet approaching from the galactic north. Initial count shows over 300 vessels, ranging from small fighters to what appear to be massive dreadnoughts." Alina felt her heart skip a beat. 300 ships was more than the entire human fleet combined. "Are they human ships?" "No, ma'am. The energy signatures are completely unknown. This is definitely an alien fleet, and they're heading straight for the Kepler 438 system." The Kepler 438 system was home to over 2 million human colonists spread across 4 planets and dozens of mining stations. It was one of humanity's most important industrial centers, producing the rare minerals needed for advanced technology. If an alien fleet was heading there, it could only mean trouble. "How long until they reach the system?" Alina asked. "At their current speed, approximately 8 hours, Sarah replied. Alina turned to her communications officer. "Lieutenant Torres, send an immediate message to Fleet Command. Tell them we have an unknown alien fleet approaching Kepler 438. Request immediate reinforcements." "Yes, ma'am," Torres replied, his fingers flying over his console. After a moment, he looked up with a grim expression. "Captain, the nearest fleet assets are at least 3 days away. We're on our own." Alina closed her eyes for a moment, thinking. The Thunderstrike was powerful, but one ship against 300 seemed impossible. However, she had sworn an oath to protect human colonies, and she would not abandon 2 million innocent people without a fight. "Set course for Kepler 438, maximum speed," Alina ordered. "If these aliens want to threaten human lives, they'll have to go through us first." As the Thunderstrike adjusted course, Alina called her senior staff to the briefing room. Commander Lisa Park, the chief engineer, arrived first. Lisa was a brilliant woman who knew every bolt and wire in the ship's systems. Next came Dr. James Morrison, the chief medical officer, followed by Major Patricia Hayes, the head of the ship's marine contingent. "People, we have a situation," Alina began, activating the holographic display in the center of the room. An Alien fleet of over 300 ships is approaching. Kepler 438. We are the only human military vessel in range to intercept them. The room fell silent. Everyone understood the implications. Major Hayes was the first to speak. Captain, with respect, this sounds like a suicide mission. What can one ship do against that many? Alina looked around the room at her trusted officers. That's what we're here to figure out. Lisa, what's the status of our weapons systems? All systems are functioning at peak efficiency, Lisa replied. The quantum torpedoes are loaded and ready, and the plasma cannons are at full charge. The new point defense systems are also online. What about the resonance drive? Alina asked. Lisa's expression grew thoughtful. It's still experimental, but all tests have been successful. We've never used it in combat, though. The resonance drive was humanity's most closely guarded secret. It worked by manipulating quantum frequencies to create destructive interference patterns in enemy ships. The technology was so advanced that even human scientists didn't fully understand how it worked. Dr. Morrison, how are our medical facilities? Fully stocked and ready for casualties, the doctor replied grimly. Alina nodded. Major Hayes, what about our Marines? 200 of the finest soldiers in human space, armed with the best equipment available. They're ready for anything. As the meeting continued, the Thunderstrike raced through space toward the Kepler 438 system. Hours passed as Alina and her crew prepared for what might be their final battle. The ship's weapons were checked and rechecked. Damage control teams were positioned throughout the vessel, and every system was tuned to perfection. Finally, Lieutenant Torres received a transmission. Captain, we're being hailed by the alien fleet. They're requesting communication. Alina straightened in her chair. Put it through. The main screen flickered, and the image of an alien being appeared. It was tall and imposing, with scaled skin and glowing red eyes. When it spoke, the ship's computer translated its words into English. I am Admiral Korthok of the Zarian hegemony, the alien said, its voice deep and menacing. You will identify yourself and state your intentions. Alina stood and faced the screen. I am Commander Alina Vasquez of the Human Space Service vessel Thunderstrike. You are approaching human space without authorization. State your business. Admiral Korthak's expression grew contemptuous. Humans, we have heard of your species. You are new to space, weak and primitive. The Zarian hegemony has decided to claim this star system for our own. You will evacuate all human presence within 24 hours, or we will remove you by force. Alina felt anger building inside her. This system has been home to human colonies for over 50 years. We will not abandon our people because you demand it. Then you will die with them, Korthok replied coldly. We have 300 warships. You have one. Your choice is simple. Flee or be destroyed. The transmission ended, leaving the bridge in tense silence. Alina looked around at her crew, seeing determination in their faces despite the overwhelming odds. These were people who had joined the space service to protect humanity, and they would not back down from that duty. Lieutenant Torres, open a channel to all human colonies in the system, Alina commanded. Channel open, Captain. Alina took a deep breath before speaking. This is Commander Vasquez of the HSS Thunderstrike. We are aware of the alien fleet approaching your system. I want you to know that we will not abandon you. We will fight for every human life in this system, no matter the cost. Begin emergency preparations, but do not panic. We will find a way to protect you. After closing the channel, Alina turned to her crew. I won't lie to you. The odds are against us. But we've sworn an oath to protect human colonies, and that's exactly what we're going to do. We have something these aliens don't expect: human ingenuity and determination. We're going to show them what happens when they threaten innocent people. Asterisk, the crew worked through the night, preparing for battle. Alina walked the corridors of her ship, speaking with her people and seeing the resolve in their eyes. They were scared, but they were ready to fight for what they believed in. As dawn broke over the Kepler 438 system, long-range sensors detected the alien fleet dropping out of hyperspace. Admiral Korthok's ships formed a massive battle formation, their weapons charging as they prepared to carry out their threat. Alina stood on the bridge, watching the alien fleet approach. The Thunderstrike was alone against impossible odds, but she had a plan. The resonance drive was humanity's secret weapon, and she intended to use it in a way that would change the balance of power in the galaxy forever. All hands to battle stations, Alina commanded. This is not a drill. Today, we show the galaxy what humanity is capable of. The red alert klaxons began to sound throughout the ship as the crew prepared for the fight of their lives. Alina watched the alien fleet growing larger on the screen, knowing that in a few hours, either humanity would have a new legend of courage, or the Thunderstrike would become a monument to their defiance. The battle for Kepler 438 was about to begin. Asterisk, the resonance strike. The HSS Thunderstrike moved through space like a lone wolf facing a pack of hunters. Alina watched the tactical display as Admiral Korthok's fleet spread out in a classic encirclement formation. The Zarian ships were impressive, their hulls gleaming with advanced armor plating and bristling with weapons that could turn a planet to dust. "Captain, they're hailing us again," Lieutenant Torres reported. Alina nodded grimly. "Put it through." Admiral Korthok's scaled face appeared on the screen, his red eyes glowing with confidence. "Human Commander, your 24 hours have expired. I offer you one final chance to surrender. Power down your weapons and prepare to be boarded. We will allow you to evacuate with the colonists if you comply." Alina stood straighter, her voice steady and clear. "Admiral Korthok, I appreciate your offer, but I have a counterproposal. Take your fleet and leave human space immediately. This is your only warning." The alien admiral's laughter was like the sound of grinding metal. "One ship against 300. You humans are either incredibly brave or incredibly stupid. I cannot decide which. Why don't you come closer and find out?" Alina replied. Korthok's expression hardened. "Very well. You have chosen death over wisdom. All ships, attack formation. Show these humans the price of defiance." The transmission ended, and Alina immediately turned to her crew. "Battle stations, everyone. This is it." The Zarian fleet began to move with practiced precision. The massive dreadnoughts formed the center of their formation, their main guns charging with energy that made space itself shimmer. Smaller cruisers and destroyers spread out in a wide net, cutting off any escape routes. Fighter squadrons launched from the larger ships, creating a swarm of deadly interceptors. "Captain, they're targeting our engines and weapons systems," Lieutenant Kim reported from her sensor station. "They want to disable us, not destroy us outright." Alina smiled grimly. "They still think we're going to surrender. Let's show them how wrong they are." Commander Chen prepared the resonance drive for activation. Marcus looked surprised. "Captain, the resonance drive has only been tested in simulations." We don't know how it will perform in actual combat. Then I guess we're about to find out, Alina replied. Commander Park, I need you to route all available power to the resonance drive. Everything we can spare. Lisa's fingers flew over her. Engineering console. Captain, if I divert that much power, we'll have to reduce shield strength by 60%. One direct hit could cripple us. Then we'll have to make sure they don't hit us, Alina said. How long do you need to charge the drive? 12 minutes for full charge, Lisa replied. Alina looked at the tactical display. The alien fleet was moving into attack range, and their weapons would be in firing position in less than 10 minutes. We need to buy some time. Lieutenant Kim, begin evasive maneuvers. Keep us moving and make us a difficult target. The Thunderstrike suddenly accelerated, its advanced engines pushing the ship to speeds that surprised the Zarian commanders. Alina felt the artificial gravity compensators working overtime as the ship twisted and turned through space, avoiding the increasingly frustrated alien gunners. They're having trouble tracking us, Kim reported. Our speed and maneuverability are better than they expected. Good. Keep them guessing, Alina ordered. Torres, open a channel to the fleet. Channel. Open, Captain. Elena's voice carried across space to every ship in the alien fleet. Admiral Korthok, you seem to be having trouble hitting one small human ship. Are you sure your warriors are as skilled as you claim? The response came immediately, filled with rage. Enough games, all ships, maximum firepower. Destroy that vessel. The space around the Thunderstrike erupted in violence. Particle beams lanced through the darkness, missing the agile human ship by mere meters. Plasma torpedoes detonated in brilliant flashes, their explosions lighting up the surrounding area like deadly fireworks. The alien fleet was pouring an incredible amount of firepower into the space where the Thunderstrike had been moments before. 8 minutes to full charge, Lisa announced over the sound of weapons fire. Alina gripped her chair as the ship shuddered from a near miss. Kim, take us through the center of their formation. Let's see how good their gunners really are. The Thunderstrike dove between two massive Zarian dreadnoughts, weaving through their fire like a dancer avoiding raindrops. The alien crews were skilled, but they had never faced anything like human unpredictability. Elena's tactical decisions seemed random and chaotic, but each maneuver was calculated to maximize confusion while minimizing risk. Captain, they're adapting to our patterns, Kim warned. Their targeting is getting more accurate. 5 minutes to full charge, Lisa called. Out. Alina watched the tactical display as the alien net began to tighten. The Zarian ships were repositioning themselves, using their superior numbers to create overlapping fields of fire. Soon, there would be nowhere left to run. Marcus, prepare to transmit the resonance frequency to all ships in the fleet. Ordered, Captain. That will reveal our position to every ship at once, Marcus protested. That's exactly what I want, Alina replied. Trust me. On the bridge of the Zarian flagship, Admiral Korthok was growing frustrated. The human ship was proving far more elusive than anticipated. Their weapons were primitive compared to Zarian technology, but their tactics were unlike anything he had encountered in 50 years of warfare. Admiral, the human ship is slowing down, reported his tactical officer. Korthak studied the display with interest. Are they surrendering? No, sir, they appear to be charging some kind of weapon. Energy. Readings are off the charts. For the first time since the battle began, Korthok felt a twinge of uncertainty. What kind of weapon? Unknown, sir. The energy signature is unlike anything in our databases. On the Thunderstrike, Alina watched the final seconds count down. Lisa, status report. Resonance drive at full charge, Captain. All systems ready. Alina took a deep breath. Gentlemen, ladies, it has been an honor serving with you. If this doesn't work, make sure they remember that we went down fighting. The bridge crew responded with grim determination. They had followed Alina into what seemed like certain death, but they trusted her completely. Fire, Alina commanded. The resonance drive activated with a sound like the universe itself humming. Energy poured from the Thunderstrike in waves that were invisible to the naked eye but devastating in their effect. The resonance frequency was carefully calibrated to match the quantum signatures of the Zarian ship's hull plating. The effect was immediate and catastrophic. The first wave of energy hit the closest Sarian vessels, causing their armor to vibrate at the molecular level. Within seconds, the vibrations reached critical frequency, and the ships began to tear themselves apart from the inside out. What is happening? Admiral Korthok demanded as his flagship shuddered. Sir, our hull plating is destabilizing. The resonance frequency is causing structural failure throughout the fleet. The destruction spread like a chain reaction. The resonance drive's energy waves bounced from ship to ship, each vessel's collapse amplifying the effect on neighboring craft. Within minutes, the entire Zarian fleet was caught in a cascade of destruction that no amount of armor or shielding could prevent. Impossible, Korthok breathed as he watched his mighty fleet disintegrate. No weapon should be able to do this. Alina watched the tactical display with amazement. The resonance drive was working even better than the simulations had predicted. The alien fleet, which had seemed so overwhelming just minutes before, was now a collection of debris and emergency beacons. Captain, we're receiving surrender signals from the surviving ships, Torres reported. Alina nodded, feeling the weight of victory and responsibility. Open a channel to Admiral Korthok. The alien admiral's image appeared on the screen, his proud demeanor replaced by shock and respect. Human commander, I have never seen such a weapon. How is this possible? Admiral, the universe is full of surprises, Alina replied. The question now is, what happens next? Korthok was quiet for a long moment. The Zarian hegemony has never been defeated by a single ship. Our honor demands that we acknowledge your victory. The star system is yours, and my surviving ships will leave immediately. Alina felt relief flood through her. Admiral, before you go, I want you to understand something. Humans don't seek war, but we will defend our people with everything we have. If the Zarian hegemony wants to coexist peacefully, we're willing to discuss it. The alien admiral's expression showed genuine surprise. You offer peace after defeating us so completely. Strength should be used to protect, not to conquer, Alina replied. That's what makes us human. Admiral Korthok nodded slowly. I will convey your words to the Hegemony Council. Perhaps there is more to learn from humans than we initially thought. As the surviving Zarian ships gathered their wounded and departed, Alina slumped in her chair with exhaustion. The battle was over, and somehow, against all odds, they had won. Captain, Marcus said quietly, what you did today will be remembered forever. One human ship defeated an entire alien fleet. Alina looked around at her crew, seeing pride and admiration in their faces. We did it together. Every one of us played a part in saving those colonies. Dr. Morrison stepped forward. Captain, I'm proud to serve under your command. What you showed today proves that human courage and ingenuity can overcome any obstacle. Alina smiled, feeling the weight of responsibility and the joy of victory. Send a message to the colonies, tell them they're safe, and send a report to Fleet Command. Tell them that today, humanity proved we belong among the stars. As the Thunderstrike set course for home, Alina stood once again at the observation deck, looking out at the stars. The galaxy was vast and full of dangers, but humanity had shown that they could face any challenge with courage, intelligence, and determination. The legend of the day one human ship defeated an entire alien fleet would spread throughout the galaxy, and other species would learn to respect the indomitable spirit of humanity. The stars seemed brighter somehow, as if they were welcoming humanity to take their rightful place among the cosmic community. Alina smiled, knowing that this was just the beginning of humanity's greatest adventure. Asterisk.